What's up? It's your boy, the Canologist. I'm doing another Leetcode and AFK OSRS training. Right now, I'm wearing my dad's shirt. Even though I don't live with my parents, like when my clothes and shit are in the laundry, I just wear my dad's old shit. And when I go running, I don't bring a change of clothes when I run back at my parents' house. So when I go there, I run, I get sweaty in my own shit, and then I realize that I don't have anything, so I just take my dad's clothes and go home. So I have a bunch of these shirts, like saying fucking bingo night and shit. And that's pretty much how it is. Okay, anyways, let's get to the setup for today. So we're gonna be using, actually first, okay, we're gonna be doing Nightmare Zone. Let's zoom in a tiny bit. So what we're gonna try and do is we're gonna get some AFK ranged XP. Right now we're gonna search the reward chest. Actually, I don't even think I need it. Let's take some absorptions. Let's check it first. How much absorptions do I have? 8 doses. I mean, I could take that. Actually, no, 8 doses is only half an hour. Fuck that. I need my money's worth, bro. I got 280k points. I need to get this up to like 700k so I can imbue. I can get a Slayer helmet later on and imbue it. But right now I'm just gonna get 50. Let's get another 50. I'm at 180k potions. Take absorptions, and if you get 99, it'll fill up the whole thing. So let's drop these arrows. Take 100. Well, it's close. Fuck it. All right. Then we're gonna be doing this Leetcode question, but let me get the Pommel focus, because every 15 minutes I have to activate this thing. 1 second. Let me just turn on my laundry machine. All right. So basically, we set this Pommel focus because every 15 minutes, well, technically it's 20 minutes, you get booted from the RuneScape server. So you're gonna have to, what's it called? Click on the screen or do some shit, right? And then keep yourself active while you're on here. So let's go. I'm gonna go yes. So I'm gonna start the dream. Start. And I'll show you guys my setup right now. So currently I have basically 25 absorptions. Each of these absorptions is 200. And the nice part about this Pommel focus timer is each absorption lasts for 15 minutes. My current stats are, let me show you my stats because this shit's blocked. So current stats are 70 attack, 77 strength, 70 defense, 78 range, 77 HP, 67 mage. All right. These are the core stats, and then yeah, agility, hunter, and all that shit. 57 slayer. And what I want to do is get to 60, no, to get to 80 range right now. This is my setup with the stats. So I got Nezi Helm, Blessed Zamorak. I take the dragon plate legs and dragon boots for defensive bonuses. Because look what happens when I take that off. Right, I'm already like beneath 100 for like slash magic and like a bunch of these others, right? But when I put this on, boom, I'm near 200 for each. Right, so that gives me a crazy defensive bonus, and also the same thing with the Nezi Helm, right? Like you get a huge defensive bonus with the Nezi Helm, so that's why I just wear that. Then I also wear Amulet of Fury, just all around range stats. So range strength goes to 29. Toxic blowpipe. Using mithril darts in this toxic blowpipe. I just have these there. It's not going to do anything. Archers, and then I got a regen bracelet. And if you want to view DPS now, like there's a clickable option that takes you here. Max hits 11. It's actually 12. And you can venom. So the nice part about using toxic blowpipe is when you use a toxic blowpipe, what happens is you have the chance to venom or poison the target, which means that at that point, they get killed faster. So when you're in a thing like Nightmare Zone, you can rack up a lot of XP and rack up a lot of points at the same time because you're killing more monsters faster. So like even though the kill doesn't contribute to your XP, it contributes to the points. And then because of the setup of Nightmare Zone, more monsters will come anyways. So that's kind of what you want to do here. So let's go in, and then as usual, let's drink the potion. Let's minimize the screen to like this much so I can get half for my Leetcode. And then I want to go Trap Soul, Count Drainer, Sand Snake, King Rolled, and the Kendall. Accept, go inside. Let me quickly check my blowpipe. Check. Mithril darts 10k. Oh fuck! I have no more scales. What the fuck? I'm at 0%. Okay, one sec. Let me get some scales. I just wasted 22k. The fuck? I need me some scales, bro. Let's go to grind. Let's go get wealth. And that's why I carry a watchtower teleport so I can quickly come back. Where the archers ring, and then I want to rub, teleport to Grand Exchange. Let's buy a bunch of scales and then come back. So, exchange. Give me some scales, bro. Where's my scales at? Scales. It's only gonna be like 4 mil for 18k scales, so you may as well just buy it. You're only gonna end up using 10k scales anyways. Inventory's full. Okay, so then I can put this shit away. Exchange. Collect. Then I want to take off my toxic blowpipe and then charge it with the scales so that way I can use it. Use on here. And there, you go 16,383 scales, and then mithril darts. You can go bank. It's 201k. Dart. Mithril, take all 2,000. Use on here. It's not 13k scale, 16k of this. Now I can hold it. Let's go back to Watchtower and just start the dream. So now you guys know exactly what to use. This is really, really good AFK training. And as you can see as well, I don't know if you guys saw the first time, the damage per second, the base weapon is 1.8 and it's actually 1.2. So you're hitting almost 2 times as fast as you would with the skimmy. So that's just like rapid EXP nonstop pass, and it's just like you're passively training it. So you don't have to click once every 15 minutes, but it's like imagine the days where you could just do this for hours. They didn't have a kick out limit. So people would just leave their shit on Nightmare Zone overnight, go to bed with full Guthans and get 99 everything, and then just go to Duel Arena and gamble. But like, oh fuck. Okay, so let's drink the potion, go to the middle. I usually drink like 3. And that way there's always enough to like play around. So that way if you like run out of time, or if you're always if you always keep around 600, you'll never waste a potion, pretty much. And then auto retaliate's on, keep it on rapid, and you'll probably never have to use the special attack here unless you want to. But using absorption, so there's no point. Special attack is there to heal you. Okay, so now that we've done this, we can start. Let's get to Leetcode. Okay, so given a string S, and a dictionary of strings, word dict. Return true if S could be segmented into space-separated sequence of one or more dictionary words. Note, the same word in the dictionary may be reused multiple times in the segmentation. Okay. So for example, we got Leetcode. Word dict will say Leetcode. Okay, output true. Apple, pen, apple. Apple pen. Okay, so I guess what would constitute a word though? Let's look at the clues. Because first things first, I want to know what kind of clues or what kind of constraints we have. So all the strings in the word dict are unique. Okay, that's good. Do we know what's in there? Okay, given a string S and a dictionary of strings word dict, return true if S could be segmented into a space. Oh, okay. Let's go whiteboard. So basically what happens is the word dictionary already exists. So let's say cat, cat, dog, right? This is your dictionary, which is technically an array, but it doesn't matter for the purposes of this right now. The word dictionary is just a collection of words right now. That's all you have to care about. And then you get a string. And that's going to be equal to cat, dog, cat. Right? Because this whole word is just an amalgamation of this 1, 2, 1. This would be true, right? If we had str2, I need to get a fucking iPad for this shit. If I get cat, mouse, dog, even though these two things satisfy, because this doesn't satisfy, this string will be false. It won't pass the test. So what we're trying to do here is pretty much check the word input string and see if we can segment. So if we can use these segments, these are called segments. Seg 1 and then seg 2. So these are the different segments that we're trying to manipulate in order to build this word. That's, I guess, what the concept is. Then what happens next is we take a look. So we're given a string S, word dict. Return true if can be segmented. Bool. Okay, so this is, okay, if we look at the way this is set up, what happens here is it's given a string S and then word dict, and then this arrow is basically saying Python returns this output. So it's returning a Boolean, so it's gonna be either true or false. So right now we're gonna return false. And this is just a quick test because you want to return false as your default case. You only want to return true if it satisfies the conditions to be run. Okay, so then now we could do return false, run, just run the code. There should be a null case where it works. Why does this not work? Okay, capital, it's Python. I use like about 7 different programming languages. See, look, at least one success case will turn out to be true. So that's how you know, okay, we got a good starting point. So now we just have to make these other portions true. So we look at the test cases. Apple pen, pineapple. So what do I want to do? how do I split this up? So what I could do is I could use, I don't know if I could use string split. So let's go to Python. Python split string, and basically you can tell it what to split. So as long as there's one word in that dictionary that I could split, then it'll split it for me. Actually, yeah, that's a viable strategy. What I could do is I could do a chain of splits. So basically, check yourself, text split, welcome to the jungle. And then, okay, let's see what it outputs. I want to see if that outputs an, okay, so it outputs an array. Okay, good. Good. And then, how many words could be in my segmented list? That's the other thing. Okay, segmented list, could this have unlimited words? Yeah, so the word dictionary has so many things. Cat and dog, okay. What could I do? Okay. What we could do is we can use a strategy like this. So basically, this is what I'm thinking, and I just thought of this on the fly. Because this is one of those Leetcodes where I just fucking memorize the answer, because that won't really do you any good, right? Because that guy's just trying to act smart, right? But you're not actually learning anything. We have to struggle together. This is how you learn. If you just get something off the bat and you continue on and just keep doing shit, you'll get it in the moment, but it won't really sit with you in perpetuity. So what we're gonna do is first, what I want to do is, this is gonna be my pseudocode. So I'm gonna write this down to offload my brain from like getting overloaded. So one, I have a dictionary of words. That's this guy. 2. What do I want to do? So I want to go through each item in the dictionary of words. 1, 2. Loop through each word. Okay. So I want to go through each word. So now, imagine now we're in a for loop. So this is going to be this is going to be subsection A. So now that we're looping through each word, what do I want to do? I want to go through my string. Let's say step 0 is have string. And that is this guy here, the string. 1, 2, 2A. So now I want to go through each word. Okay, so now that I'm in each word, what I want to do is go through each word and split the string. See if I can split the string with that word. Split string with word. So now B, this will produce, there'll be array of split strings. So for example, when we go here, right, welcome to the jungle, text split. So let's for example look at this. If we did text 2, what essentially happens is this 2 will now disappear. And you'll get welcome to thing. You see that? So what the good thing about this is that once I split it, I now eliminate that word from existence in the string, and now all I have to do is join it back. So the next step will be join it back. split the string, and then join it back. Join it back. So once I join it back, I have the new string, and now I just go to the next word and the next word and the next word. So and then after I've done all that, if, so now we get to step 3, the loop. This is a loop. If this loop is done, now we go to the next part, step 3, if the length of the string. So if length of string is 0, return, that's A, we're in number 3, 3A, return true. And then 4, I'll just have a false clause, so return false, that we already have there. So that's my thought process. That's the way I'm kind of looking at the question. Oh fuck, it's, let me show you guys again. So basically, I walk you guys through this. So basically, my screen keeps freezing because like when I play the game, it also kind of overloads the system. I'm on a MacBook Air, sorry guys. Okay, so let's quickly go through this. So this part right here is, I start with my pseudocode. So I have a dictionary of words. I want to go through each word. And as we could see here, the way that we can check, we can split for a word is by using split. So for example, welcome to the jungle, welcome to the jungle. Right, so as you can see here, so right now the next thing we're going to do is actually split the word. So for example, let's say I put 2 in here, this is going to disappear. This is going to disappear, and then you're going to see the word. So I'm going to go run. The 2 is now going to be disappeared, or is now going to be eliminated from this string. Okay, so now you have welcome to the jungle. So the thing we can apply here now on the whiteboard is, first we have we have a string, which is this guy. We have a dictionary of words, which is this guy. 3, loop through each word, split the string. So now you get an array, which is what you see similar to this. Then you want to join it back. So now you have a new string, and then it just keeps looping through each word. So technically, if you have all the words eliminated, let's see if we can do it with 1. Let's say we get down to the last word and it's jungle. All right, let's say it's jungle. Okay, so then let's say split jungle, run, bless, and then all you have to do is join this, and if it's empty, the string length is empty, then we're good. So basically what happens is join it back, go through each word. If you eliminate all the words, what'll happen is it'll return empty strings that you join back together at the last one. So when you join it back at the final one, you will have a string of length 0. And if we have a string of length 0, you return true. That means all the words in this dictionary are used, and if not, it's false. Okay, so that's the pseudocode. I'm gonna keep checking the screen so that way it's we know that it's not frozen and shit. So I'm gonna keep like coming back and forth and shit. Okay, so now we wrote the pseudocode. What I want to do is, first I have my word dictionary, I have my string, then I'm gonna go for word in word dict. This is just a list of strings. What I want to do now that I'm in this part, wait, there's about 5 seconds. Let me just repot. Or I'll restart the timer. I'm at 400, so let's see if I can finish it faster. I'll do it that way. So right now we're looking for word in word dict. So now we want to go through each word. So for example, let's say we're at apple. I want to split using apple. So let's go back to pseudocode. Split the word. Split the string with the word. Okay, so how do I use split? Text.split. Okay, so text.split. So it's going to be what's the return value though? You return it within this. Okay, so str equals s. I'm going to call it temp. So in here, I'm going to call this temp. S.split. Now we're going to take this word. So word just goes through each item in the dictionary when you use a for loop. So now I'm going to go word. Now this will remove all the words. How to join. So Python join join array of strings. Then it's going to be join text. Okay, cool. I'm wondering if that will return a null. I mean, it doesn't really matter because all I have to do is check the value. So all I'm going to do is s.join. Let's try it first. Let's just write it out and then fix it after. If anything's broken, I'll fix it later. Okay, so what I'm going to do is join this next. So now I split it. Splitting it eliminates the word if it's there. Now I'm just going to join it back, and I think I might have to trim it too, just in case there's spaces and stuff. Are there going to be spaces? Consists of only lowercase. Perfect. All strings are unique. Okay, perfect. What else? What else do I need to know? String length, word dictionary length. There's gonna be at least one word. There's gonna be at least one character in the string of the string length. We can make it super efficient, but I'm not gonna. But yeah, let's join it back. So S equals, because right now this is an array, we want to take temp. So we want to join temp string split join text. Okay, so join that array. So join S and word dict die. So there's going to be no spaces either. So that's even perfect. We don't have to care about any spaces. So basically, so now we go join temp. So that's that. Then let's go through the pseudocode. So that's done. Join it back. And pretty much that goes through each word. So now if the length of the string is now 0 at the end of all these words, because it's going to eliminate every word, then return true. Else false. So let's try that. Let's go. That means we've used all the words in here. Otherwise, we didn't. This should work, I think. Let's try it. Let's go. I'm a fucking genius. Let's go. Genie in the bottle, motherfucker. All right. All right. So as you guys could see, let's wait. Let me run it just in case there's no edge case. I want to make sure that I got it. Submit. What the fuck? Why? Okay, let's see what's going on here. So passed. Okay, why does it fail here? The output is false. If you have car. Expected true. Why would this be expected true? You have to use all the words. Oh, okay. So let's go back to the instructions. Let's just confirm this. S. Oh. Can be segmented to one or more. Note that the same word in the dictionary may be reused multiple times in the segmentation. Okay. What do I want to do in that case if you have repeated? Because technically you couldn't use all three. But as long as you can use any one of them, I guess. No, but that would eliminate car. So if you do car and then rejoin. I could do a double for loop and then just do it again. So basically, it would do this whole thing. Yeah, you could do a double for loop and do it that way. I'm just thinking if there's a more efficient way. Technically, I could go check all the words. If it works, then go to the next thing. Okay, so I can go for I in. Let's draw it on the whiteboard. Basically what I want to do is I could use, basically what I want to do is I want to go A, pretend these are the words, B, C, D. So basically, once I go through here, I go through this whole loop, I want to shorten the list. So it's kind of like a sliding window in a way, until I get to the final word. That's basically it. Okay, let's check that. Okay, that's all good. So basically what I could do is just slide the window, or I could just for loop it and then diminish the number of words. So I could do a while loop and then start a counter at 0. Or then just increment the counter till the end. Yeah, I could use a slice and then a counter and then that. So basically, while let's create a counter variable. make that, or I can make that 1, no, I can make that 0, or index. I'll create an index variable. We'll just call it counter CTR. Then I want to say while CTR is less than wordDict.length. And basically I could treat it the same way I'm doing now, except every new iteration would be wordDict. So as long as one of these pops off as true, it'll be true. But I don't think it'll make the time constraint. We'll try. Because the longer you make it, well, it's only up to 1,000 words, so let's see. We'll try. Otherwise, return false. Okay, it only has to return true once, because based on the failure case, so wrong answer, all this has to do is, so for example, if we do car as the split, it'll work, and the next ones won't work, right? But it returns true expected value because another combination of these things work. So what I'll do is instead of wordDict, I'll use temp, or I'll use wordDict. So basically it's going to be a copy of this, but it's going to be a slice. So this counter will mimic the slice and get smaller every time this while loop pops off. So basically it'll go, it's a slice of wordDict. Let's go Python. I forgot how to do it. Python array slice. I'm pretty sure it's non-inclusive too. So start, end. Okay, and then step value. Okay, cool. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 0 starts the full array. Six, 0, so 3, 6, 7. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it's non-inclusive, so you have to go to array plus 1. It goes to n minus 1. There we go. Okay, so now that we know it goes to array n plus 1, I have to go to, you could even do this technically. I can do this. So as long as I can do this, I'm in the clear. So now I have the whole thing, and then I just keep incrementing this. So I'll go 1. That'll hide one part. 2. And as you can see, it keeps incrementing, and this is what I want to do. I want to take this new list and then use it in my array. So let's go back here. So basically CTR 0, then I take wordDict, then I will go ARR. This is ARR. Why do we need numpy? No idea. This is going to be ARR, so you just take the array name and then you add the slice. So I'm going to go here, do the same thing. And then I'm going to take the CTR value and then use it here. So this value is going to keep incrementing every time this loop goes off. So I want this while loop to keep running, so it's going to be CTR. Okay, you can't do plus plus in Python, so you got to go plus equals 1. Then you want to go CTR, so now we have this, plus equals 1. We want to keep the same logic that we already have. So we want to keep the same logic. So this is going to keep going, and instead now of word dict, we're just going to swap it with this new array. So now it's going to go word dict using this. And that's pretty much it. So as long as this pops off, anytime in the loop, we're going to be pretty much starting from scratch. So the string is going to be, we could even do temp string, because it's going to go for loop, and then for loop once it comes out. This is going to do work on the temp string, so it's going to be temp. So I could call it S1, 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 and then just call it equal to S, because every time I wanted to retry on the whole string from scratch. Then I want to go S1, and that's it. That should work. Let's run it. Maybe there's a syntax error. I don't think so. Not supported between instances of, oh yeah, this is less than the length of word dict. This counter is going to go up to 0. This is going by the index, so length of the word dict -1. Oh no, it's going to be less than. Let's try running that. That should run now. Bless and submit. Will it be able to make the time constraint? Why? BC. CA. Why is it doing that? Okay, so now we have to figure out why it's doing what it's doing. BC, CA. The while loop resets it. So now it's S again with a smaller word dict slice. S1S. This should work. It should work. How does this become true? So right now it's going BC. So let's say we go 0. And this is the word dictionary. So BC. We're in here. Count is word dictionary 0, which is correct. So it starts at 0. So this is as it is, as normal. That's the correct array slicing. S1 equals S. Then we want to go word in word dict, word in word dict. So it's going through each item in this, which is right. Split the word if it's there. Join it back if it's not. Well, split the word if it's there or not. And then join it back. I'm curious. If I go back to split, I'm just curious now. If I go back to the split and I come here, What if I go text split and I say cane? What does that return if the word doesn't exist? Okay, so it doesn't affect it at all. And it just creates an array. And in this case, there's no spaces, so and then let's take this and then try it here. Let's go back to the join. Join text. Okay, so let's do this as here. Join. Okay, it just spits the string back out. So if it's not there, it doesn't do anything. So that's correct. This is doing what I want it to do. Okay, so then basically if the word is eliminated, go through all the words. Okay, so now S1 has now been modified so much that it's either going to be true or false. And then S1 equals 0, return true. So how would this return true then? CTR1. Because S1 no, but that resets every time with a new slice. Let me just try this. I want to see if this is the reason. It might be. So if that's the case, then I submit. This might bypass this. No, it doesn't. Okay, so something here is causing it to fail. How's this working then? Okay, let's chat GPT it, because I'm just curious now as to why it's not. This should work. Or maybe it's something really small that I'm not seeing. Word dict. Split the word, join temp. Okay. Temp is the array. S1 is the word, is the item we're doing work on within this loop. And we want it to reset every time we get a new slice. Okay, chat GPT. Let's just quickly modify it because I want to understand why I'm not getting it. I'm pretty sure it's something really small. It usually is. So I usually start at the bottom here, go up. Oh, I forgot. I'm using a fucking Mac, but I'm using a PC keyboard. And then all I have to do here is then just say make my code work. And I just paste in my code. I guarantee it's something really small that I'm overlooking right now. But you guys get the concept of it. It's like, it's pretty close. But this doesn't correctly solve the problem because the boundaries in the string, for example, removing words in the wrong order might leave behind characters. Just to check all. Okay, so you might have to use sliding window. Is that what it's saying? Let's go to the wrong answer. My way should work for this. Tries removing words greedily without considering the order of removal and partial mismatches. Oh, try removing BC. So if I try removing BC, where do we go? So if I try removing BC, oh, that's why. So I go BC and then, no, but even if I remove BC, there's still CA. That should work. Start removing BC. Can you remove BC? I'm splitting it. There's no dangling C. Split BC. Now you have CA. Join that back. CA. Am I not getting something here? This doesn't make sense. This is wrong. Because if I go BC and I get CA and then I remove CA, I'm done. BC, CA, join CA, try calling CA split. Oh, okay, so I am returning true. So what am I returning here? Output true. Okay, so that is saying it works. Oh, because it's not a segment anymore. I see. I see. Okay, so it's not a segment, because if you do it in the center of a word, you're not getting whole segments. You're getting partial segments. I see what it's trying to tell me. Okay, so you're not getting whole. That was my misunderstanding. So this is where we come to learn. Rule must be segmented from left to right. Okay. So this would be a sliding window then. You would have to take a word, slide it along. And if you can't do that, then it fails. The first character C needs to match full word at the start, but there is no starting word. Yeah, so it's kind of like this. Let me show you guys real quick. This is what we want to do. So it's kind of like that, like TikTok thing where there's a jigsaw puzzle piece, and then you have to take your jigsaw puzzle piece and you have to slide it in there. So that's like you have to move each word across that way. So that is, I guess, sliding window in a way. Okay. So let's try that. Start. So what does it have here in this case? You can check prefixes instead. Oh, you're going word set? Okay. That doesn't really do anything, but for word and word set, if S starts with word, helper, what's the helper? Otherwise, return false. I don't like that. Start to end segmentation rule, unlike split join. For word and word set. Okay, so let's go through each word. If not S. If not S, return true. Okay, why if not S, return true? Oh, if this is empty? So if it's empty, string return true. You could do that too. We could do that as a guard clause. So if S is empty, return true. If word in word set starts with word. What does starts with do? If starts with. Oh, because now you're going length of that word. So basically you're saying remove. Oh, I see what it's doing. This is basically implementing a sliding window. It's basically doing this jigsaw piece. So it's saying if it starts with the word, oh, it's here, boom. Starts with the word, here, boom. And then go through each one. So basically what we want to do is, it's kind of similar to what I did, except what I thought we had to do initially was just match the words as long as those segments fit, but it has to match in order of the segment. So what happens here is you have, let's just reset it. It's faster to do it from scratch. What do they do here? Do they just return true? They return the helper and then they use the helper function as true false, which is also a viable. You could just do it in the code. I don't know why they do it like that, but oh, because you want to return a boolean, so they probably do a helper to return the boolean, and then they just take helper. Okay, and then we want to say if len str. Or I could just do this. That way if it's empty, then I could just go def helper. Do I have to put a self in here? No, I don't. Okay, cool. If not S, then basically you're saying helper S. If, oh no, I want to go through each word. Do they put the word set in here? What do they do? Word set. Okay, because helper calls upon a global word set variable. Okay, cool, that's fine too. We do that as well. So basically all you have to do is starts with and then slide, and then starts with and then slide. And I guess it keeps doing that until you're done, basically. Word dict. And how do we check this? If it starts with the word, then do it. If it starts with the word, then do it. So if it starts with, if s, what's the Python thing? Text starts with hello. S, is this it? Why is it starts with? Okay, no, never mind. Starts with word. Do we use temp? Starts with word. Oh yeah, there's no brackets in Python. I've been writing it like JavaScript. I use Python, JavaScript, React, PHP, Laravel, fucking Python, and I use SQL as well on the daily. So I'm always like going between syntaxes, so I have to look shit up really often. Text starts with hello, okay, cool. And then if, helper len word. What is this called? If helper, or no, helper, and then call it back. Oh, so recursively, I guess, solves itself. So helper len word will then go back in here. Is this recursion? Let's see. Yeah, it's basically like doing the for loop within itself. So basically once it gets to a, oh, and this is the break case. Okay, that's why. Okay, so that's why they do it. Okay, so you could do recursion and then use that as a break case, or you could do it iteratively and then do it the way I did it initially. So what we're gonna do is we just take this, put this in here. Basically this makes it iterative. When you do a recursive solution, you need to have a break case, so that way once you get to, so for example, helper, now you're starting the word. So let's say you go segment. If it starts with, it'll delete it, and if not, we go to the next word and then check it. And then basically it'll shave off words till it hits the end, and then when it hits the end and it's 0, this now triggers not s, which will return true in the outer helper, and it'll return true here, which will thing. And then where do I put the false case? Where would it return false? What do they do here? Oh yeah, otherwise return false. So if it doesn't make it to this return true statement, it's going to return false once it gets to the end. That means we're out of words, and it's gotten to a case where it won't trigger this because s won't be 0. So then we return false here. Cool. Let's run that. I want to see if there's any errors I made. Okay, what is this? Oh yeah, if statement colon. If statement function not subscribable len word helper. Oh, because I'm going helper on this new string, which is a slice helper, and then I go str is not callable. Yeah, that should be it. I keep writing it like it's JavaScript, so it's throwing off my code. There we go. There we go. Okay, so now it uses a sliding window to dynamically solve. That should work. Let's see. Unless it times out. Time limit exceeded. So let's put that back in. Time limit. It computes the same string, substrings repeatedly. You can fix this with a TLE by adding memoization. Okay. What else could I do? Recursive code is correct logically, but too slow without memoization because it recalculates to the time. This is why getting to time limit exceeded. Add memoization. What do they do here? Oh, it's the exact same code. Okay. So I guess we can look at memoization. What memoization is, it's basically like once I see cat and I use this, I want to store this in a dictionary so that I don't have to generate it again. I could just go, okay, memo, it's in here. Okay, good. That's kind of the gist of memoization. Okay, let's do it that way then. Alternative way, slightly cleaner, without memoization, O of n of k, n times k. With memoization, it's n times k. Let's just do it with memoization. We have to learn this concept anyways. Okay, so set words dict, return memo s. So we create a memo, basically. This is a dictionary to store all these words. So now we go through each item in the helper. So helper, this is the base case, this is the loop. What I want to do now is create a memo for it and then basically run through that memo. So let's close all these tabs because we're not using these anymore. And essentially, what I want to do is check this memo. Okay, so we get a memo. This is there, this is there. So if S is in the memo, if S is the string in memo, so basically in does a loop check to see what is in this dictionary. So is this in the dictionary? S is in memo, and if it's in the memo, return memo S. Return memo S, and then let's do that. Okay, so if S is in memo, so in is a loop. That's another loop, but it doesn't stack because this is O of n, and then O of n here. So that would be O of 2 of n. It's not O of n squared. There's no inner loop embedded, so it doesn't really mess up your time complexity. It does, it's O of n times k because you have two loops of different sizes. So basically you go S what is this? If that thing fucked me up. Okay, if S is a return memo S. Okay, cool. Return memo S starts with word, and then what do we do here? Word and word sets. Okay, starts with the word word, helper S length word, memo equals true, memo equals false. Okay, so we're basically saying if this segment is already in the memo and we come across it for the next starts with, are we starting with word? Helper S, length of word, memos S equals true. Oh, okay, it's basically saying has this word S, helper S is the string word in word set, S dot starts with word, helper's S length of word. So that's moving the array, and then memo S. Okay, so if it starts with the same thing, true, then just return the memo S again, and then it'll keep going back into this loop again. And then memo S. Okay, where does that get used though? Okay, memo S, return. Return true. Okay, so if I already seen it, return true. And if this returns true, else false. So this, and then memo. And we're not using any difference in the word. Memo S equals true. So at this string. So if I see the same string starts with, it's just going to return true. And then go to the next loop iteration. And then if I don't see it, memo and that passes. And let's just go through this portion here. This is the part that I just want to get around. Break down the code for memo. I just want to understand exactly what I'm doing. I have an idea, but I just want to get clear. So your simple breakdown, word set, word dict. Okay, know that memo creates a memorization dictionary. This stores the results of the previous substring computation. So substring S key. Okay, so memo S is true, whether it can be segmented. Okay. Define the recursive helper. Okay, cool. Base case. If already computed, return. Okay. If the string is empty, complete. Return a cache result. Try all words to see if they match the start of S. Try all words to see if they match the start of S. Okay, so it's going through each word now. And does S start with each word? Yes. Okay, so if it does, memo S is true. It's true, and now we shorten it. Now we go to the next one. Same word. Is this segment in the memo. True, yes. And then pretty much until you get to 0. Try to segment it with the rest of the string. If no word works, the cache returns false. Okay, so basically if you have a whole segment that's the same that you've done, it puts it in cache, and it does it every time you can reduce it. So basically if you have a working word, it will add that whole segment to the thing. So if you have like cat cat, if you have cat cat cat, or cat dog, cat, and then cat dog, this will be in the memo, this will be in the memo, this whole thing will be in the memo, and then basically you skip that whole chunk because you've done it before. Because it's checking for that whole segment. Because you're now eliminating cat. Now you have dog, cat, dog. Okay, cool. Then dog gets added to the memo. Okay. Then cat gets added to the memo, return true. So it just skips the loop immediately. And then cat, dog. Okay, that's already in the memo. That's already in the memo. So we don't need to loop through each thing. We just need to know if it's already in the memo or not. If the word that it starts with is already in the memo, cat, dog, then we don't even have to loop through the rest. We just check the starts with. And since we check starts with, you're not storing word segments themselves anymore, you're storing the whole remaining substring. Yep, so pineapple, cats and dogs, false. How it works in the memo. On every recursive call, you're looking at the remaining substring. If you've already solved for this S, return the memo immediately. If S in memo, return memo S. Next time you reach the same substring, you skip all the starts with. Yes. So apple, try apple. Recurse on pen apple. Pen apple, try pen. Recurse on apple. Apple, try apple. Recurse on return true. Then on future calls, if you ever need to solve pen apple again, it's already the memo, so you instantly return true. Give me an example where this is used. Since I got blocked, oh, I can't even see my fails. Can I see my failed test cases? All submissions. There it is. Time exceeded. Yeah, this is exactly what I want. Okay, so this is pretty much. Classic example of why memoization is critical. So A, B. Okay, cool. 101 A's and a single B at the end. Okay, so A. Without memoization, original code, without breaking. Okay, cool. With memoization, let's say you solve B in a smaller suffix and find it cannot be segmented. You store it in a memo. And next time you hit the same thing, you skip all the recursive work. Okay, visualization. Remove A. Remove AA. Remove triple A. Okay. Once AAB is computed and known to fail every other branch, reusing AAB just reuses the memo. Show me. Yeah, so basically once you store it and it sees it, you can instantly return based on it. That's pretty much it. That's enough for today for Leetcode. We'll get back to some RuneScape content. So if you like this guy, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, comment below. Knologist out.